today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to create your own meal plan using a set of macros. So whether the macros that you're working with were given to you by me, if you're one of my clients, shout out to you girls. I love you girls so much. But if you didn't get them from me and you got them from somebody else, I'm going to show you exactly how to create your own meal plan utilizing these macros. So tracking macros is very easy once you get the hang of it. All you need is 3 things. 1, myfitnesspal, which is an app that you can get on the App Store or on the Android store, whatever that is, because I am team iPhone every day. I know that it's available for both phones though, so whatever phone that you have, I'm sure that you can get myfitnesspal. Second, you're gonna need a food scale. This is the food scale that I use. I got this one a couple years ago at Target. It's super inexpensive. But whatever food scale that you use, you wanna make sure that you're able to weigh in grams, pounds, ounces, and milliliters. You're mostly going to be using ounces and grams. You won't necessarily be using pounds or milliliters, but you just want that option just in case you do decide to use those units. And the third thing that you're going to need is this video, because in this video I'm going to break it down super easy for you guys. So first, let's talk about myfitnesspal. myfitnesspal looks like this. What you want to do is you want to go ahead and put in your information into myfitnesspal, your height, your weight, your physical activity level, and it's going to generate a calorie number for you. I personally disregard that because I find that myfitnesspal underestimates your energy needs and it can cause you to be eating less than what you should actually be eating. So I don't recommend following the guidelines that myfitnesspal gives you. I recommend following the macros that were given to you by your coach or one that you calculated by yourself. So once you've inputted your information into myfitnesspal, you're ready to go and you're ready to start tracking your macros. So now I'm going to show you a little bit on how to use this app. It's super user friendly. We live on electronic devices all day, every day, so I'm sure you'll get the hang of it in no time. This is what a clear diary looks like. You can go ahead and customize it to however you like, but you do need to do this on a desktop. You can set it up so it can say pre-workout meal, post-workout meal. You can have it like me where I have meals 1 through 4, a bedtime meal, and a snack tab. You can customize it however you like, so that way when you go ahead and you input your meals onto your phone, it's exactly the way that you eat and it's customized exactly to you. So once you've gone ahead and customized the way that your diary looks, it's time to start tracking. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna go to your diary and you're gonna click add food. And now the cool thing about myfitnesspal is that as soon as you start tracking, it's gonna have like your history. So if you're the type of person that you eat some of the same meals every day or some of the same food items, you won't have to necessarily go and search for the food every single time because it will save it for you for your convenience. If you are tracking for the first time and your history is completely clear, I'm gonna show you a hack so that this doesn't take too much time. A great tool that myfitnesspal has this barcode scanner option. You're gonna go ahead and click that option. Hey, and you can go ahead and use this to scan any item that you purchase from the grocery store. Every single item that you purchase has to have a barcode, right? Like how else would you pay for it? So the great thing with myfitnesspal is you can just grab this, scan as you go, and it'll automatically add it to your diary. I know what you're thinking. Not all foods have barcodes. For example, fruits and vegetables. Well, don't worry because I'm going to show you how to track your fruits and vegetables in just a second. So for example, I'm going to take these rice cakes. And these rice cakes, of course, have a barcode. All you got to do is go back to that screen of scanning the barcode. You're going to go ahead and put the barcode over it, and just like that, it was able to pick up the barcode, and now you have it right there on your screen. You have the calories for the rice cake, and basically this nutrition facts label that's on here on the actual product, it has now been submitted to the database of myfitnesspal. So here you have it. This is exactly what it looks like. And over here you have the serving size as well as the number of servings. So let's say for a snack, I'm having 2 rice cakes. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on number of servings, and I'm gonna change 1 to 2, press a check mark, and it's gonna update the amount of calories and the amount of macros that are in 2 rice cakes versus 1. Then I'm gonna go ahead and press the check mark up at the top and add that to my diary, and it has automatically updated it to my diary. So that's one example on how you can use a barcode for a product that you might be purchasing at the grocery store. Like I mentioned before, almost everything that you buy at the grocery store has a barcode. But what about items that are not at grocery stores that do have barcodes? Can you still input that into myfitnesspal? Yes, you can. And that definitely holds true with supplements as well. So I'm gonna show you exactly how I track my protein powder, for example, in myfitnesspal. So you're gonna go back to the app and you're gonna click add food again. And then you're also gonna click the barcode item. It's gonna take you back to that scanner screen. You're gonna hover it over, and then bam, it's automatically on the app again. So this is super user friendly. You can go ahead and scan pretty much anything that you want and it'll automatically update it into your diary so you don't waste time searching for the food. But now let's talk about items that don't have barcodes. So that's when you will have to do a little bit extra work, and by a little bit extra work I just mean you got to move your fingers a bit. It's no big deal at all. All you got to do is click add food like we've been doing, and instead of clicking on that barcode icon, you're going to click search for food. So you see there how it says search for food? You're going to click on there and you're going to search for something. So since we're talking about fruits and vegetables, pretty much produce that does not have a barcode on it, we're going to go ahead and look up a red apple. Now this is what you want to do every single time that you look up a produce item. You're going to look up apple or pear or orange or asparagus or zucchini, whatever the vegetable or fruit is, and after you write out the fruit, you're going to write USDA. That's the United States Department of Agriculture, and they have their own nutrition facts on their website, but since myfitnesspal has such a huge database, it also has that information in the app itself. So you're going to put apple USDA search, and it's going to pull up a bunch of items. You're going to pick whichever item you want. I'm just going to go ahead and click the first one. The first one says apple USDA, and then it shows you the nutrition facts for 100 grams of the apple. Pretty easy, right? So let's say you have this apple. Not every single apple weighs 100 grams. This is when you want to bring in your food scale. So you're going to get your food scale, you're going to turn it on, you're going to put the apple on here, and let's say it reads 150 grams. So now the apple is going to have a little bit more calories than what it tells you right here on the app, because this is only giving you the calories for 100 grams. So we're going to go ahead and change that. In serving size, it says 100 grams. So we're going to click that, and it also gives us the option of inputting an amount per gram. So we're going to change the serving size to 1 gram, press the check mark, and then in the number of servings, we're going to write 150 because the apple weighs 150 grams. And then automatically it's going to do the math in the app itself, and it's going to update the amount of calories that is in 150 grams of your apple. Okay, but what about if I'm eating out at a restaurant? How do I track my macros then? How do I know exactly what I'm eating? Remember, the database in myfitnesspal is huge. So it pretty much has every single food out there. Let's say you're going to a famous, well-known chain restaurant like TGI Fridays. Let's say you're gonna get chicken fajitas from TGI Fridays. All you're gonna do is go back to the app, click add food, search up TGI Fridays chicken fajitas, and what do you know? It has it on there. So you're going to go ahead and click that, and it says one tray is 73 grams of carbs, 14 grams of fat, and 26 grams of protein. You're going to go ahead, press the check mark, click add, and it automatically added it to your diary. So you were able to eat out at a restaurant and still stick to your macros. It's super easy, it's super convenient, and the whole point of tracking your macros and following the flexible dieting lifestyle is that it provides you flexibility and convenience in your everyday life. What if I go to a hole-in-the-wall restaurant that's not a chain restaurant, that's not on the app? How can I go ahead and track my macros if I don't find the restaurant on the app itself? So I'm going to give you the example of sushi. There are so many sushi restaurants and there are so many different names of sushis. How can you go ahead and track sushi? Whatever restaurant you decide to go to, all you got to do is search up the roll. So let's say you're having a dragon roll at Natalie's sushi restaurant. All you're going to do is search up dragon roll, and it's going to pull up all these options. This is when things can get a bit tricky, because now you're going to be estimating the amount of calories that's in the roll that you got at this restaurant that's not specifically in the app. So let's say that the roll that you got has 8 pieces, but then you look here and it doesn't say dragon roll 8 pieces. Which one do you choose? You're just going to choose whichever one you feel is closest to the meal that you have in front of you. So in this case, I'm going to stick to the Benihana dragon roll. I'm going to add that to my diary and move on with my day. Whether you're tracking a meal from a restaurant that's well known, or you're tracking a meal from a restaurant that's not well known and it's not in the app specifically, what you're tracking is an estimate. So you're not necessarily always going to be 100% on point when you are tracking something that you did not cook yourself. You don't know if the restaurant added a little bit more. You don't know if they have pre-made meals and those are the exact calories in that meal every single time that you go ahead and eat it. So it's never going to be 100% accurate. You're doing a rough estimate. Another common question that I get is, should I weigh my food raw or cooked? So I always weigh my food cooked. This makes it super easy for me. I don't have to go ahead and weigh it raw and then weigh it cooked and do the conversion. I used to do it like that, but honestly, it was just too much work. However you decide to track your food, whether it be cooked or uncooked, just stay consistent with that method and it'll be okay. So when it comes to actually creating a meal plan for yourself using the macros that you have, it's a lot of fun because pretty much you're gonna go ahead and plan out your meals the day before. I highly recommend planning your meals out the day before. Spend 10 minutes when you're in your bed about to go to sleep and just plan out your meals for the next day. Input everything that you want to eat into the app and then play around with the serving sizes later. And then at the end of the day, you're going to click nutrition. You're going to go back to your diary. You're going to go to the bottom. You're going to click nutrition and it's going to pop up this screen right here. And that's your macros for the day. It's going to tell you how much protein, carbs, and fats you've hit with the meals that you have inputted. Don't worry if it's not exactly to the T. This is where you will go back and play around with serving sizes. So let's say you're over on carbs by like 20 grams. All you're gonna do is go back to the carb sources that you already logged in and play around with their serving size. Maybe not have 150 grams of sweet potato, maybe just have 100. Maybe not have 2 slices of bread, maybe have 1. So you'll go ahead and play around with the serving sizes of the different macronutrients in your full day of eating until you reach the macros that you are aiming for. Here's another thing that I would also recommend you doing. If you wake up one day and you're like, man, I am really looking forward to having an ice cream later today because it's that time of month and I'm just having a hella craving. What you're gonna do is you're gonna track that ice cream first. So you're gonna go into your diary, a brand spanking new day, nothing in there, nothing tracked, and you're gonna log in that ice cream first so that you can go ahead and plan all your other meals around that ice cream. That way you can still have that ice cream, you can still have that treat that you are craving, you can satisfy your craving, honor that craving, and still make progress because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're just hitting your macros. All foods fit. No foods are off limits. No foods should be looked at as good or bad. All foods serve a purpose. And if one day you're having a craving, you can honor that craving, make it work, and still make progress. So that's going to be it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something from me and feel confident in making your own meals. Let me know if you guys have any questions down in the comment section below and I'll go ahead and answer for you guys. I'm sure that I missed something, so definitely let me know what it is that you have some questions on and I will get back to you ASAP. Make sure to follow me on all social medias. My handle is always Nathaliecfit and it's always in the description box below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel on your way out. I love you guys so much and I'll see you in my next video.